Season 2. New year, same season, city stay frozen. Big apple pressure when you step in the ozone, man.
Let's
Knicks,
go!
Giants, pinstripes, orange and blue.
Let it rock, brother. Let it rock. Just let it rock.
Press play,
Let it
turn
rock.
it up, yeah, the tone stay
We
booming.
live.
If it's New York sports,
Then
welcome to
we
the
up
ozone.
3-0. Oh.
Welcome to
Oh.
the ozone.
We, like what Josh Hart is so here. We smoking that Philly pack, baby. Because the Knicks with a 108-94 victory in Madison Square Garden 2. Madison Square Garden, Philly, whatever you want to call it. It sounded like the Garden to me, brother. I'm here with the best co-host of the business, super producer Dave. It's Saturday. It's sunny. It's orange and blue skies.
That's
on
what I
this
see.
lovely Saturday afternoon, brother. How we feeling?
I'm feeling great, brother. Did you see somebody actually try to say that was smelling salts, what Josh Hart was trying to do?
I was not smelling salt.
That was not smelling salts.
That
Unless
was
y'all doing
not
something that we don't know.
smelling
That's
salt.
not what I grew up on. But brother, I am feeling
not
good.
Smelling salt at all. That was that I don't even know what they call it now. I was gonna say sour diesel, but I'm like, bro, yeah,
No.
you're aging yourself.
Yeah, you definitely did. I'm feeling good, brother. It's Saturday. The Knicks won in a great fashion. It looks concerning in the beginning, but this team is showing that they play together well. So let's get into it, brother.
And you led us into that, right? Because this is exactly, I'm watching the game with my mom. And every time I was like, look, weather the first quarter storm. That's because every team, bro, it happens in all the playoffs. The team, the first home game for the team or whatever, whether it's game 1, whether it's a game 3 or whatever, that team is gonna come out guns blazing, smoking hot. That's exactly what Philly did. You know what I mean? Poor George had 15 points in the first quarter. You know what I mean? Like Philly shot, I believe it was 65% from the field in the first quarter. But I'll tell you this, and this is why I was confident that we were going to win this game, brother, was when the fourth quarter ended. The first quarter ended, and the final score was 31-27 after the first. I was like, this is exactly what I needed to see from the Knicks. The Knicks weathered that storm very quick. Obviously, they started, Philly went out. Paul George thought he was wearing a Pacers jersey in that first quarter. You know what I mean? The crowd was rocking and rolling. And the Knicks started off a little slow, couple turnovers there. But this Knicks team, as they've shown throughout this playoffs, basically, man, for the last few years, is their resilience, that they don't let the moment get too high. They're not rattled, even though it's a road game. It wasn't technically a road game. That shit was Madison Square Garden, if you ask me. The crowd was there, couldn't stop the Knicks fans from attending. So congratulations on that front, Philly. You couldn't even do that. And then
they could blame Embiid for that. He was supposed to buy tickets. He was supposed to help people.
Exactly. But you look at the Knicks battle back. You know what I mean? It was a Josh Hart had a big first quarter, 6 points. He was pushing the tempo. I thought, with he had a couple of putbacks, you know what I mean? So I thought that the Knicks got a good balance. Mikal had 5 points in the first quarter. Brunson had 5 in the first quarter. As I mentioned, Josh Hart had 6. Cat, before he got into his little foul troubles again, he had 6 points. So it was, the Knicks started getting things going. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna front, bro. The minute it was 31-27, I was like, yo, we just took Philly's best punch. We literally took their best punch. And we're down 4. I'm like, yo, we got this game. I really think we got this game.
Yeah, and the team looked really good. Starting to end the first quarter the way that they did, because Philly came out strong. They literally, well, I felt like at first they punched us in the mouth. They were on a race run. But the fact is, like you said, the Knicks weathered the storm. The team got themselves together. There's a few things we want to definitely talk about that I want to be addressed for this team going forward. But you have to love the fight. You have to love the fact that they're not just going to let themselves be complacent or just try to ride that wave. They fought back hard, and it after that second half of the second quarter, it never looked back.
No, of course. Yeah, the second quarter was it for that's when the Knicks really turned up. So let's get into the team stats. Let's get into the team stats, guys, as we always do when we open up these lives. Um, the field goal percentage, the Knicks shot better than Philly. Shot 38 to 76, 50% for the field. To Philly's 43. They shot 36 to 84. The 3-point, Knicks didn't really have it going on the 3-point, 9 to 27, but Philly did even worse, 9 for 32. The free throws, the Knicks missed 9 free throws. Obviously, Philly resorted to that hack of Mitch, but shout out to Mitch. Mitch was able to split a lot of them. I think on only one of them he missed both free throws, but he was able to split them, and then at one point he actually knocked down 2 free throws. But you look at the rebounding, we out rebounded them, 49 to 33, and we knew that was going to happen once. Obviously, we was out rebounding in game 2, but we know it's because one, due to Cat being in foul trouble, and then we had no Mitch. But we knew with Mitch back in the lineup, that was going to be an issue. 49 to 13, 13 offensive rebounds out from them 49. We 25 assists, 6 steals from the Knicks. They have 4 blocks, 15 turnovers though. Didn't like that. But what I did like is the 24 points off Philly's 9 turnovers over Philly's 11 turnovers. So we took advantage of that. We took advantage of the turnovers. The fouls was pretty even, 21-25. That's one thing I want to say. I think the refs in the first half, they really headed out for the Knicks. I'll be honest. Like I said, I hate kind of like talking about the refs and all that, but I felt like they had it out for them. They were calling a lot of ticky-tack fouls on Karl-Anthony Towns. It was a lot of bullshit. But then they was letting Paul George and these guys play physical. So I am happy that the officiating sort of changed in that second half. Yeah. Largest lead of the game. My bad, brother. Hold on. Largest lead of the game was 16 for the Knicks, 12 for Philly. And the Knicks led 67% of the game. But I felt like, they finally let them play. The Knicks was able to match the physicality, and man, they balled out, man. This Knicks team, obviously, since the game 3 loss to Atlanta, this Knicks team is doing it in all different fashions, brother. Like, they're hitting the 3 balls, and when they're not hitting the 3 balls, and we've stressed this so many times, they're gonna take it in the paint. They're taking advantages of teams' disadvantages, and that's what you have to do. You have to do that in life, bro. This obviously this Sixers team has a weakness, and that's Joel Embiid on the defense. And the Knicks are doing what they have to do. They're cutting, they're driving the lanes, they're creating space to knock down where they can knock down the 3 ball, and then. Mikal Bridges, he's being aggressive. He's looking for his own shot. He's not settling for the fadeaway. He's driving to the basket. He got to the free throw line 5 times. Actually made 5 of 5. You know what I mean? And then you got Jalen Brunson. We've talked about this. We've made videos about this throughout the series, that Jalen Brunson had, like, the disrespect for this man is unbelievable, because people see these performances, see what he's doing, and yet they still doubt this man. Yet they still put him, they rank players that he's busting the ass right now over him. You got a lot of people have put Maxey over him. And what if it's not even comparable, the numbers right now in this series between Maxey and Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson is putting everyone on skates. Paul George can't handle him. Quentin Grimes can't handle him. VJ Edgecombe can't handle him. Kelly Oubre can't handle him. He is dominating. And then we talk about Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges is taking advantage of his matchups. He's taking the defensive assignments, locking down Maxey, locked down Paul George in that second half, made it very difficult for Paul George. Yes, the Knicks are trapping Maxey, and it's almost like a team effort. But the minute Mikal Bridges is on Tyrese Maxey, Maxey's looking for a screen. Maxey's looking for some sort of pick and roll thing, because he knows one-on-one he has not been able to have his way with Mikal. And we talked about this, brother. We stressed this, and I know we've said this a few times in this Atlanta series, right? We said, look, guys just ain't got it. Shamet didn't have it in that series, right? This was Alvarado. But what did we say? Hey, Shamet, your go around might be the next series. The next series, we might need you. And boy, did we need Shaman, and boy, did Shaman come through. The Shaman played 26 minutes, 15 points. He was a plus 20, 5 of 6 from the field, 2 of 3 from downtown. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is, one, credit to Landry Shaman, veteran, always stay ready. You know what I mean? What's that saying? Stay ready so you don't got to get ready.
Yeah.
Something like that. My wife says that a lot too. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's what it is. And we've said that. There's going to be a game we're going to need him. You know what I mean? And Shaman came through, knocked down big shots, played very good defense on Tyrese Maxey as well. Yep. And this Knicks team, this was an all-around great win for this team, brother. All-around great win. Gritty, as you said, it was gritty, but all-around great win for this team.
Well, it's hard to argue it because at the end of the day, the Knicks are playing well. They're up 3-0 right now. Jalen Brunson, we had mentioned last series that maybe this is not his series. That was definitely the OG and Cat series. But this series, we already said it. Next series, it could be a different game plan. And we already know what Jalen Brunson can do against his Philly team. This is not the same Philly team from 2 years ago, but guess what? They don't have an answer in those 2 years for a Jalen Brunson. And the fact is that he keeps on killing them whatever matchup they try to put on him, it doesn't work because clearly the guy's still getting his buckets. And the disrespect is very, very loud, and the apologies are not there. And that's fine. I don't care about your apologies. I just want to see this Knicks team achieve their goal, which is getting to that championship game. Now, at the end of the day, I want to send I don't want to say apologies. I want to say thank you for turning it around, Mikal Bridges, because yes, I was really, really down on you in that Atlanta series, but you have turned it around. And sometimes it's just like that. Sometimes you just have a bad series. It was a different matchup. That's fine. But clearly you're showing your ass off. You're playing great. Those as I saw F them picks in a GIF earlier. So if this team is playing the way that you want to see them, you want to see them be able to all right, this is your best shot. All right, watch this. And they're doing exactly that. And the one thing that I wanted to say earlier was just, I want to see more from Cat. These fouls are crazy. I definitely take I give blame a lot to the refs, and this playoffs has been hard to watch between this series and the Lakers and Thunder series. But at the end of the day, you got to play smarter than that. Jess said right now that this was frustrating game to watch. The refs were trying not to call anything in New York's favor. Those stats show that New York was a better team anyways. Yes, they were. They were absolutely better. And you have crying Embiid complaining about fouls, and this is the New York narrative. And then, come on, stop it. Stop it.
Look,
you've been the benefactor of fouls. You've been the benefactor of favoritism. You've won MVPs getting to the foul line. Please stop.
Yeah. We have the audio. I'm going to share the audio with you, brother, so you can play. He definitely complained about foul call. Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
All right.
Stay ready so you don't got to get ready.
Yeah, there we go. Stay ready so you don't got to get ready. But before you play that, is what you said. I think, and it's fair, the Mikal Bridges critiques. I've been a big Mikal Bridges supporter. There's no reason to harp off the picks. It is what it is. I get it. It could be frustrating. But I think this is why fans do get upset because Mikal has those capabilities. What he's displaying right now is what the Knicks fans wanted to see. And you look at his numbers in his last 4 games. He had 20. I don't know because they didn't put it in order right now. So I'm gonna find out for you right now. Okay, all right. In his last 4 games, he had 24-5, 17-2, 18-5, 23-3. He's shooting lights out. He's been a plus 40, plus 19, plus 7, a plus 15. Feel like his field goal percentage, his lowest shooting field goal percentage game was last night where he shot 57%.
Brother,
so
with numbers like that, you're seeing exactly why we traded for him from Brooklyn.
Exactly. That.
We're seeing exactly why the hype was around Mikal. He didn't show this so much in the Suns, I think, compared to what he did in Brooklyn. But we're getting exactly what we paid for now. Like we're seeing the fruits of that labor coming out. But I'm gonna cue that.
Let's roll cry baby Embiid. Crying about fouls and all this stuff.
32 free throws. We have 16. So. And we're not a team that shoots a lot of threes. We attack with the ball on the ground. So I guess it's good when New York wins. So we just got to have the mentality of just, not fouling, I guess, and being smart enough to not put ourselves in a position where they're going to take advantage of it. Their shot.
All right, so I want to talk about the 32 free throws, right? 8 of them is from Mitchell Robinson. That's hack a Mitch. So you subtract 8 from 32, now you're talking about 24. You know what I'm saying? So it's context to things. You know what I mean? You played hack a Mitch. You guys were getting bamboozled. First of all, let's not even talk about the reverse foul that on Cat when Alvarado hit the 3, and then they initially called a loose ball foul on Embiid, and they challenged it and they gave it to Cat, which was crazy because you saw Embiid pull Towns' jersey, and the guy really tried to fall on Cat's legs, and you saw how Cat kind of did like a little karate kind of thing. So you know what I mean? Because he's a dirty player.
But even if you rewind the clip a little bit more, brother, you see him already pushing him. The fact is that they stopped it right at the point that makes it like Embiid did wasn't at fault, and that's the part that bothers me because it's like roll the full clip. You don't run out of clip. There's footage space. You guys have the SC space for this. You have storage. I'm sure you can roll back a few more seconds so you can show that. So that bothered me as well, brother.
Hold on, I want you to play this, right? You know, it doesn't have to have sound. Oh, you don't have to have sound. I want you to play it. We could just talk about because Embiid forgets that these games are recorded. This is not like the 1930s or whatever. There's actually cameras, so this is just a like clips of him like flailing, flopping, pushing, and like everything, bro. Like literally everything. This man, at one point, he flopped with like when Deuce was guarding him.
Here we go.
Like, bro, this guy.
I muted the audio, but here we go.
Yeah. But it's just like, bro, like, look. Holding Cat's arm, no whistle there. No whistle there. Knees Cat in the joint. Look, flopping, throwing his big ass on the floor. Look at this one. Look. Come on. That's the one we were talking about, brother. Where he's literally pushing Cat. They got that one reversed. Look, come on, bro. This guy.
You're too big. You're too big for all this.
He's too big for that, dog. And you got the nerve to talk about foul calling? It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
And the fact is that we're only 30 seconds into this clip, and half of this game probably was spent with Embiid on the floor. And that's a problem. Right. That's a problem for Philly because, as they're trying to move the ball down the court, you got your guy over here crying about being on the floor from his own stuff. I don't know. I personally, like, if I was a ball player, I would be annoyed every time I see him. You remember that skit of Kevin Hart complaining about Shaq always being on the floor? That's exactly how I feel. Like those teammates should be like, this guy's on the floor again. That's exactly how I feel every time I see Embiid. It's just like I don't know how any of these guys could be happy playing with this guy.
Look, man, Joel Embiid is a bitch. I'm sorry to say that. Look, man, but let's talk about our guy, Jalen. Wait, we all know what we can see, right? Does he think people? No, it's honestly, it just you 1,000% right. Like it's like, and and the thing is, that's like SGA complaining about refs. There's just certain guys that cannot complain about refs.
Where's that with LeBron? Anybody else can say that, not you.
Right, but not you. Right. Anybody can say that, but not you. But let's talk about the star, man. The star player of the game, brother. Jalen Brunson, 33 points, 9 points in the fourth quarter, 9 assists, 5 rebounds. Jalen Brunson, man, has been the best player in this series. He is the best guard in the Eastern Conference. I don't care what anyone says. Just look at how Donovan Mitchell and James Harden is playing right now. And I don't want it to ever be a debate where, this one is better than no one's better than Jalen Brunson at his position right now. No one. You know what I mean? And he is just carving people up. And I know we've mentioned this. He is literally carving the defense up. They have no answers for Jalen Brunson. None whatsoever. Jalen Brunson is looking at Embiid like food. When they're trying, when Embiid's on the floor, they are attacking. He is attacking Joel Embiid. He's getting his floater going. He's getting the stop pop, his fadeaways. He's hitting this 3 ball. He is literally cooking VJ Edgecombe. VJ is like this rookie. He's really good defender. Going to be an all defensive guy, but not today. Not today. Jalen Brunson has been phenomenal in this series, and it's funny that you touched on it, right, brother? That you was like, which is true, and I think everybody would agree with you. He was like, the Atlanta series just wasn't his, right? It was the OG and Cat. But the crazy part, he still averaged 26 points a game in that series.
And that's the crazy part. Like the fact that it's like, oh, he's having a bad series.
And it's like,
he's not
it's like,
scoring 30.
he's right. And I think, I think it's credit. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. This is why I think, with Detroit will be a tougher matchup because you think about it, like Philly doesn't have like a big physical guard to put on him. They're trying to put Kelly Oubre, but just at one point, there was a point in this game where Brunson lowered his shoulder and moved Kelly Oubre very easily.
Yeah.
Just moved him. You know what I mean? And they don't have it. Like, at least with Atlanta, they had a big guard like Dyson Daniels. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's the thing. So it's like Detroit will have that with Asir Thompson. But Philly doesn't have that. Poor George is not that guy anymore. Poor George can't keep up with Jalen Brunson. Now, if this was a couple years ago, Poor George, it would be very tough. You put Poor George on him, and that's it. But they don't have an answer for Jalen Brunson. They don't have an answer. Jalen Brunson is using VJ's aggressiveness, and he's just baiting him to everything. At one point, I think Brunson had the ball with like seconds left. He knew he couldn't go anywhere. He already dribbled. He couldn't move his pivot foot, and VJ still fell for the pump. Like, bro, just put your hands up. Just put your hands up. There's nothing he can do. He doesn't have enough time, But all right, so we got this from Agent Super Argo. We are witnessing this chemistry. We've been complaining all season that this team We've been complaining all season that this team doesn't look like they're on the same page, and now they are. It just took a little longer than expected, but it has arrived. Nailed it on its head, bro. Pause.
Yes,
but you know what? Could it be any better time than the playoffs? This is it, and this is why we've said this on many episodes. Other podcasters, other content creators have said it. It's cool to be happy how teams are playing in January. Our focus is May and June. How's the team going to look in April, May, and June? Because that's the playoff time. And you're right. It seems like I'm not buying into the whole, Mike Brown had this in the holster. You know what I mean? Because you got some people saying that, like, Mike Brown's had that in the holster the whole time. He's just waiting. No, let's not do that. But yeah, I just think I really think game 3 was something that clicked for the Knicks. You know what I mean? There's moments in seasons where things just click, and I think they had like a meeting, a players meeting or something like that, allegedly, I think, or something. But they had a talk, and clearly something changed that night in Atlanta. Something's changed.
I hate switching sports, right? Like, I hate when I bring up another sport because we're on topic with basketball. But you ever see, like, sometimes a team is on a hot streak and it takes that loss to get them back on track?
Yeah.
So you see that all the time. The team's undefeated. They go maybe 7 wins in football. And then all of a sudden, you know what? They lost the game. But guess what? The next game, they come back exactly with the game plan they're supposed to be doing. Well, the Knicks had that this year. In January, they lost 8 games. And all right. It was really sad to watch.
And the crazy part, my bad, brother. Hold on. The crazy part is that January is the reason why the Knicks are the 3rd seed.
Yeah.
The Knicks have a regular January. The Knicks have 55, 56 wins.
And it's the teams they lost to. It's Atlanta. Right. It's Philadelphia.
They had Atlanta,
it's Detroit.
Sacramento. We lost to some bad teams, though,
Phoenix.
too, in that January. Yeah. So, no, you're 100% right. And you know what's funny? How the hell did we forget this? Shout outs to Agent Super Argo. How the hell did we forget this? And we had it queued up too. We have it queued up.
Yeah, we did.
How the hell did we forget this? This is why, guys, we want y'all to participate in the chat. This is why you guys could remind us. This is a show for you guys as well. Talk with us, brother. Post it up if you can, because I'm having a difficult time.
I'm getting it queued.
Well, I want to put the chat up first. Why am I having I want to actually put it up first. There we go. The Mitch was the ultimate dunk on Embiid. Right after Embiid gave him the "you're too small" gesture was poetic revenge. Period. Look, the tweet that Super Deuce did is like, life comes at you fast. Go ahead, brother. This is what Super Argo
up by as many as 12. Currently a 4-point lead. Embiid one-on-one. Shamit, who showed for a moment, backed off, and Embiid. Sixers.
Okay.
Up. See is in. Knock it up. Throw it down. See is in. Knock it up. Throw it down.
I'm gonna leave this a few more times.
See is in. Knock it up. Throw it down. See is in. Knock it up. Throw it down. See is in. Knock it up.
Slam! Da 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 da. Let the boys ball. Slam!
Brother.
That's what we're
Put it in the MoMA. Get it on T-shirts. I saw T-shirts already. I saw stickers being made.
It's already on a T-shirt.
I love it. And it couldn't have happened to a better guy.
It couldn't happen to a better guy. The dunk couldn't come from a better guy. That is basketball poetic justice, bro. That dirty mofo who set back Mitch for 2 years got yammed in his grill after trying to put the too small, which when he did that, you can ask my moms. I'm like, bro, this guy got some damn nerve doing that to Mitch. And I'm pretty sure Mitch didn't see it because Mitch would have got a lot more disrespectful after that dunk had he would have saw that Embiid did that. Bro, it couldn't happen. Good luck to the Cavs. Hopefully they can win at least one game today and give the Knicks the extra day's rest and OG the Eastern Conference. Yo, 100%. And the funny thing is, initially going into that series, I had Cleveland in 7. I'm changing that now. I didn't realize I know Cleveland's soft. I just didn't realize how bad they were defensively. But I do think they will be able to. Win games in Cleveland. They need to extend it. So I'm definitely with you, Agent Super Argo. I'm definitely with you. Extend the series. And extend the series. Definitely. Please hit the thumbs up.
And guys, if you are
subscribe, support the channel.
If you are on a website instead of using your phone, if you hit the like, it turns into a basketball. So if you want to just, do that.
Yeah.
Go
ahead. And guys, and I forgot to mention this because we was asked this question. I was asked this question. Guys, you could replay and watch this live stream. So if you watching us now, you can't finish it. Maybe you're doing something. You can watch it later on. It is available, guys. So it is available. You can replay it. Yep.
We got
the Knicks truly control the atmosphere in our house. She's 100% right. The Knicks lose. I'm not a happy man. Not a happy man. But I think that can go for every Knicks fan.
All right. First of all, fire emoji. My wife literally, she was like, "Hey, you know that they could lose this game, right?" Because OG was out, and she's like, "Hey, you know they could lose this game. Don't let it control your mood." Why is it that she's the one who's overreacting to the fouls like 2 seconds later after saying that? Brother, it's infectious. It's the Knicks. They're playing great, and I love to see it.
Yep. Yeah.
Look, I don't want to look ahead to the next series, and thank you, Super for saying that. I don't want to look ahead to the next series until this is done. We can only look ahead because the second you take your eyes off the thing, bad things happen. Second thing I want to probably bring up.
Go ahead. My bad.
Watch out for Embiid. Watch out for Embiid because he's already about to go to Cancun, and I have a microscope on this guy to see what dirty shit that he pulls off. Sorry for cursing.
It's not out of the realm. It's not out of the realm, though.
It's not out of the realm that he pulls some dirty shit. We already saw what he did to Shamit on a play that had nothing to do with him. You weren't the screen guy.
Mind you, this man got a bad hip, right? This is why he missed game 2. A hip and an ankle. And what does he do? Stick out his hip and his leg to trip Shamit. You know what, man? That's the thing called karma, dog. It's a real thing. And this is why this man has the body of an 85-year-old. because of the dirty things he's done. The basketball gods are punishing him. It's that simple.
Trust the process, brother. Trust the process.
Yeah, I will say this. I agree with you 1,000%. Don't want to look too far ahead. Look, at the end of the day, and this is off the top of the dome. This is why I'm going off my knowledge right now. The last time the Knicks were, this one I know for a fact. The second point I'm going to make after, I'm about like 90% sure that it's right. Last time the Knicks were up 3-0, they was against the Boston Celtics in 2013. The Knicks took their eyes off the prize a little bit. They let Boston come back and win 2. The Knicks ended up having to close it in 6. The last time the Knicks have swept an opponent in the playoffs, guys, let me know in the chat if I'm right as well, was the Atlanta Hawks 1999. 4-game sweep, clean sweep. So the Knicks can do something tomorrow that they have not done in 27 years. Sweep a playoff opponent. So yeah, get it done. Don't play with your food.
Yeah.
Because I really do think Cleveland is going to be able to win a game, if not at least a game. So you can wrap it up Sunday, give enough time for OG, and we like that. All right, the people that complained about Bridges thought he was toast and also thought it was impossible to flip a switch. Guess what? Playoff Bridges has flipped the switch. 100%. Look, we said it the other day. I said it. Look, people and I get it. It's what have you done for me lately? But I remember what Mikal Bridges did in the Celtics series. Yes, maybe he didn't have this kind of offensive performance, but I saw what he did with us defensively. I saw, and I think it was either game 1. I want to say it was game 1 against the Celtics. He was the one that started that run when the Knicks came back in 20. I believe he scored like the first 8 points in that fourth quarter. So I've seen that. We've seen that with our eyes. It's just, it's a long season. And like you said, brother, you get frustrated when you have, especially when he has games like game 3 in Atlanta where he didn't score anything. And then this is why people do get upset, because this is the Mikal Bridges we want. Nobody's telling Mikal Bridges to go out and score 35, 40. But goddamn, you're capable of enough and putting the ball on the floor and creating your own shot. And that's what he's been doing. It really seems like he took more, especially yesterday, more responsibilities, I guess, to himself. And said, I'm going to take more responsibility. I'm going to take more of a bigger load, pause, because OG is out.
Yep.
Because he looked very aggressive, brother. Very, very, very aggressive yesterday.
And brother, I told you, all I need from Mikal is 15. All I need from you is 15 every game. That's all I need from you, because the defense is exactly what we want you for. But offense, I feel like you're very more than capable of getting 15 every game. In this game, he had 23, and that's obviously part of OG being out. But Mikal, you're more than capable. So just keep showing out like you have been. Keep that defense up and help the offense out, especially in a game where Karl put up 8 points, where he was mostly on the bench. This is where you come and step up, because yes, Jalen Brunson's our guy. He's the captain. He leads us to the championship. But definitely when we have somebody else who needs to step up, there you go. You come in and you do what you did.
Because and I want to play this again. I want to
he's
play
a mid-range god.
Again. Yeah, I want to play that again, because that's why Cat was in foul trouble. And B flopped so hard in front of the officials, they had to blow the whistle. 100%. I'm still a little upset. I still, I think it was on our TikTok. We talked about, obviously we posted a video about we wanted Cat to be more disciplined. And
yep.
Shout out to those that like it, everybody that follows it on social media platforms. They posted, well, it's also the refs. It's also the refs, it's also the flopping. So I do get that. And I think more last night was definitely on the refs being overly sensitive, like to whatever was going on, any touch, blowing the whistle. But I also think Cat just in that sense, you can't leave it in the hands of the officials. I think you gotta know when to position yourself and just try to get out of this, because right now, talent wise, we're able to get by with Cat playing 27 minutes because of foul trouble. That's not going to be sustainable. As you said, brother, Jalen Brunson is the engine of this team. However, you're going to need Cat Without Cat, there's no championship. So we're gonna need him on the floor.
Cars break down, parts need to be replaced.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you got to keep going with the next part. So luckily for us, Mikal did that part for us. We got the comments here. The next man up mentality with this team is real. Shamit came through big with OG out. Deuce missed kind of mediocre on offense. And I think that's more so just the matchup. Deuce looked better in the last series. It's more so just like the way they play.
He's just getting his groove back too, man. He's getting his groove back.
And that's fine as long as because he's not going to stop Maxey. He's not going to stop one of those guys, but he could definitely play them harder. He can make them work for it.
I think Deuce did a pretty good job defensively.
Right. And Shamit, shout out to Shamit.
Shamit was the role player of the game for sure. Role player of the game for sure. Honestly, I don't think Shamit could have played any better. But Deuce, I think Deuce is that. It's just a rhythm thing with Deuce. Being out so long, he came back the final 5 games of the season. We looked a little happy hype in that last game against Charlotte because it looked like he was going to get his groove back. He did play better in Atlanta, but this hasn't been the series. But as we touched on in Atlanta, it wasn't Shamit's series last series. It wasn't. Shamit lost his spot to Alvarado, and Shamit may have played himself back into the rotation, at least for tomorrow, because I don't think they'll play OG. There's no need now to play OG. There's none. No. Don't even rush it. And you're hearing good things. Obviously, it's not even a grade strain. It's literally a minor strain. So, I really, he could have played, but So Knicks plays don't need to have crazy highlights every game or record numbers. They need consistency and keep the emotions in check. Avoid mistakes. Play smart. 100%. That's what the Knicks got to do. That's exactly what the Knicks got to do. Yep. They're their own worst enemy at times, and that's always been the issue with the Knicks. Because the talent's there. This is why, and I got it cooking, bro. I already got them clipped. We're cooking. I don't know.
Like it. I think the people like them. I don't know. The numbers tell me over 10K views on when you do these.
Yeah. People, we got them clipped, dog. I don't know why people thought Philly was going to win this series. The talent, as just said, the talent alone. We have the talent. We were the more talented team.
Can I just say, and this is not getting full of ourselves because we're up, and this is more so just a fact. Talent, full roster, bench included, coach included. The Knicks is the better team on the East. The better team. Yeah. There's no other team that I feel is better. Now, yes, the Pistons had a great year. Yes, the Celtics were second place. You see where they're at. But then after that, talent-wise, roster-wise, coaching-wise, there isn't a better talented team on the East. Now, the West, different story, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about clearly just our path to get to the finals. I think we could agree on that.
100%. I agree with you 1,000% on that. Shout out to Nick Nurse for the hacker Mitch.
Do it again.
Look, do it again. And I'm gonna be honest. I was listening to some guy on Twitter. I guess he does a Philly podcast. He was pissed off that Nick Nurse did that because he's like, and I get it. It's to obviously limit the possessions for the Knicks. It's an analytical thing. Obviously, we know Mitch is I think Mitch was shooting 37% from free throw line this season, something like that. Yeah. It's an analytical thing, 100%. It slows down the momentum for the Knicks, but it also slows down the momentum for your team too. Mm-hmm. And at that point in time, at that point in time where he was doing that, Philly was making their run. And it backfired on him because Mitch was able, as we said earlier, to at least split them. I think there was only one set where he missed both, but he was able to split the others. And then at one point he made both of them. And that's when they stopped because they still had, it was still over like 2:30 to go. They could have still did it again. And they decided not to after he made it. So,
brother, I got a clip real quick. I'm going to post and it's basically.
Oh, you want me to do it before? I was going to share this next comment. Do you want to do it? Share the comment after or post it?
Yeah, actually, you could post this one. Regarding Mitch.
So, if Mitch can give us 50% for the free throw line, that's good enough. 100%. I'll take it. Like if he shoots 1 of 2, during, let's say they try to do the hack and Mitch a couple times, I think coaches will stop. Because this is like, bro, like they still ended up with some points. But go ahead, bro.
And I think Mitch is feeling the same way because this is what I saw. Mitchell Robinson says he's working on his free throws at 9:30 this morning. It paid off a little bit. How many free throws did you shoot? Shot 2 that many. And here's the clip.
Mitch, how good does it feel when they put you on the line and then you knock them down?
It feel real good. Went to the gym this morning. 9:30 this morning. So it paid off a little bit.
Oh, shoot free throws?
Yeah.
How many?
We shot too damn many. But not
I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
We were there for a long time.
Brother.
Look, yeah.
Like that's all I want. Look, it's obviously harder for some men, especially the big centers. They're not notoriously known for shooting free throws. But brother, I always complain about this. You make millions. Go to the free throw line. Do it until you can't miss. What else you got else to do? Practice.
Yeah. Right. Stephen Mondi just tweeted out 16 minutes ago. Mike Brown said OG Anunoby is still day-to-day. Yeah, that's fine with me. I don't think there's no need to play him. There's literally no need to play him in this series. Oh wow, fun stat. The Knicks bench is averaging more than 30 points per game in the 26 playoffs and has outscored their opponents by 56 points. That is the highest plus minus among all bench units in the NBA. Look, this is what we said even when the whole Giannis thing, we've talked about this, brother, countless times throughout the season. The Knicks issue last year wasn't a talent thing. It was a depth thing. The Knicks had no damn bench. The Knicks guys just wore down in Indiana. Indiana was just throwing bodies left and right, pause, in that series. So they had the depth to
a 9-man.
They had the depth. Yeah, they had the depth. They had the depth to play guys. We did it. That's not the case this year. The Knicks have the depth. The Knicks have a bench. You see it now. Attrition has been another reason why Philly's down 3-0. Philly, notice they're shooting in the fourth quarter. Drops. They're hitting the front iron of the rim. Why? That's tired legs. That's why. And they're getting beat and everything. And this is why the Knicks are doing what they're doing. They're taking full advantage of it. But back to the OG thing, there's no rush. There's no need to put OG in. It's just, it is what it is. And we could win. We could close out this series tomorrow for sure. Close out this series tomorrow. Get it over with. Hold on. Oh, shout out to my peoples, man. Shout out to Frank and Maria. They watching the Ozone live in their crib. Shout out. They just text me right now that they watching it on their house. So shout outs to y'all. I went to their house after the game, and we had a lot of fun. Let's just put it like that. We had a lot of fun.
I know how that goes.
Family friendly show. Family friendly show. Hold on, we got a couple of them. Hold on. The Sixers press conference with Maxey and Oubre looked like a funeral, as the Knicks press conference with Brunson and Bridges looked like cold assassins after a mission accomplished. The greatest thing that I love about Jalen Brunson, and this is what we talked about. This is why I also factor that in when I'm talking about what players are better than whom and whatever, is also the mindset. You know what I mean? So Jalen Brunson has a very Kobe-like mentality where it's like, yo, job not done. There's no way. And this is why I have all the faith in the world that the Knicks are not going to let this ride. They're not going to let the Sixers get 2 games in and extend this series, because Brunson is not going to allow that locker room to feel complacent and be like, all right, now we can let off the gas pedal because we're up 3-0. We've given ourselves margins for error because we're up 3-0. No, Brunson is like, let's get it done. Let's go back to the crib, but we can chill. And I'm gonna be honest, brother, this shit ain't going back to the Garden. It's ending tomorrow.
But also,
it's ending tomorrow.
You bring up the stuff about Brunson and the leadership, and that's one of the big things for us. And I think that's one of the reasons why he is the captain. You expect that from your captains. Lead the ship and do things, but you also have to acknowledge the other leadership on the team. at the end of game 2, you had Sohan in front of the guys and talking a lot of crap. So what ends up happening at the end of this game? Well, you end up seeing Cat and Brunson and the other ones looking like the older brothers and calling them
You
back.
saw
and
that,
like,
right? You saw that, right? Yeah, I saw
First of all,
that.
I got flashbacks. I got flashbacks of my older cousins telling me that, like, no, get it back in the house.
Let's
Like,
go.
Yeah.
Right, let's go. We're not.
I love
doing
it.
That.
I love the leadership because that keeps your guys in line. Don't get me wrong; it's great to talk trash, but don't put your team or anybody in a worse position than needs to be. Finish your food, and then you can talk all you want.
We gotta keep OG, the British Bulldog, rested.
You know what? We are wrestling
Bro,
fans
I
here,
know
so
they
we
call him the
appreciate
dog. I know KFTV calls him the dog. I've never heard British Bulldog.
I love it though. I love it.
I like it.
I'll tell you what.
You know what? Heard it here on the Ozone. British Bulldog, Agent Super Argo.
Yep, that is his new name.
British Bulldog, Agent Super Argo. We're gonna be using that going forward.
Mm-hmm.
So, thank you for letting us get that. Get the broom ready. We got this. 100%. We're bringing out the brooms. I'm gonna sweep the house tomorrow. The next live, I'm coming out like Mrs. Doubtfire when she like that. Do it like a lady. I'm opening the live like that. Like Robin Williams and Mrs. Doubtfire. That's how I'm opening the live. Did you gentlemen see Brunson, Bridges, Cat, and Pacome usher Sohan off the court because he was? Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. No, and that's like what you said, brother. That it's like that's great leadership, and it's like also, it's not over.
Nope.
It's not over yet.
No.
Got to keep a cool booty.
I like at this moment, yes, it looks like it's a sweep, but it still could be Knicks and 6. So just finish your food.
Yeah, we got to keep a cool booty. What I want to try to do now that I'm thinking about this whole Mrs. Doubtfire thing, I'm going to see if I can get it AI where I can get Jalen Brunson doing it.
That or just get yourself the apron.
Just get it. Oh, I have one too. I have one. Because I would be chefing some shit up anyway. So, Sohan was either beefing. I think they going at it with Edgecombe and Oubre. I think that's what he's doing. Apparently, I don't think this was it though. Apparently, what started it was Sohan said, "Congratulations by not losing by 40" or something like that. In game 2, like that was what was it. But I think that the thing about an NBA, all these guys are all buddies.
Yeah, they're gonna hang out.
They're all buddies and stuff like that. So I don't get too into that.
It's kind of like wrestling. The fans get into it more than
it's more. And you know what? And that's a great segue, brother. Roll the footage, right? Because Mr. Joel Embiid, Philadelphia did everything they could possibly do to get the Knicks fans out of the building, and they failed.
Yep.
So, brother, roll it when you can.
Apparently this thing is fighting with me.
The Knicks fans overtaking Philadelphia, and they definitely made their voices heard.
Yeah, and I won't be muting it because I want to hear this.
Yeah.
Let's go Knicks! Let's go Knicks, baby!
Fun thing. So my sister-in-law went to the watch party in Madison Square Garden last night. And yeah, I peeped that, Jess. I did peep that. Yeah. So my sister-in-law went to the watch party in Madison Square Garden, went with my nephews and my little nephew, he's going to be 5. in a couple weeks. You know, so I asked them, "Oh, how did it go?" And they was like, "Yo, they chanted everything from F Trey Young, F Embiid, and now he's been saying F Embiid all day today."
I love it. And if we
I
could
love
get,
it, but it's
hold
like,
on, brother, if we could get a clip of that, I might could use it for the next show.
oh man, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure she's watching. I'm sure she's watching. You could maybe ask them, like, hey, can we get a clip of that?
We don't condone 4-year-olds screaming FNB, but like
Except
I
in
said,
this time. Except this time.
Well, like I said, it is accepted in my household.
Oh man. Look, I said at the end of the last live, brother. Obviously, Knicks fans, I want you to watch where you're at. You're in another turf, and I get it. It's cool to celebrate your thing, but I think celebrate your win and your team winning. Just watch what you're doing. That's all I'm asking. Keep yourselves safe. You're New Yorkers. Always keep your head on the swivel. Be smart about your stuff.
I'll work on getting that. Let's get
Thank you.
Let's get
Thank
it.
you.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. We working on that.
Yeah, because after do it like a lady is playing, then we're gonna play that as you're sweeping.
I heard sorry ass Philly fans even went as far as yes. Did you hear about that, brother?
Yes, I did, brother.
Bro, they went. Yo, they even had the whole strategy posted where it's like, oh, you buy family bundle Amtrak tickets, they're refundable. You do that so then you can it brings up the prices or whatever or this and that. It's like, yo, are you kidding? I'm like, bro, you guys are doing all this, and all you gotta do is just go to the damn game.
Buy tickets. You guys have money for Amtrak, but y'all don't got money to pay for the game. This is why that many Knicks fans showed up.
It took the Knicks for Philly to get charitable because what they did was there was so many tickets still remaining on Ticketmaster. Instead of it making it available, they pulled them and eventually gave them away, which was a great gesture. But you did it wasn't because of the kindness of your heart. You did it more to not get Knicks fans there, and you failed. Miserably failed.
Yeah. It's kind of sad, brother. And it's something that I feel like, at least at New York, you never have to worry about that issue. You never have to worry about fans showing up. The fact is that, and if you look at the ticket prices, these prices aren't that bad compared to New York and the Garden.
Yeah,
so
100%.
I don't know.
And I'll be honest, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised. I haven't checked it. I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow's tickets are even cheaper, considering Philly fans are not going to show up to witness what could be a sweep. A sweep. This is why when the Hawk series was going on, that McCullum said, "I'm not a villain and don't want to be." Yeah, like
that was the media. We already know that was definitely the media.
Because they're so quick. They want, because they know with the whole Trey Young thing, and trust me, they wish right now Embiid had a bigger impact because then it would have just pivoted to Embiid being the villain. You know what I mean? But like I said, even before this series, and we're gonna put them on blast. I don't care. A lot of pundits was talking on both sides of their mouth, pause, because they knew this was going to happen. So what they're going to say is, oh, well, we kind of knew, because of this, they weren't that healthy, blah, blah. So, they're going to find their outs out of their horrible takes that they said before the series started. So, you know what I mean? I want to post this again because Just is so right. Doing anything but going supporting their team. 100%. That's what it is. Just support your damn team, bro. I don't understand. The Knicks, you know why Knicks don't have that problem? Because New York, there's a lot of bandwagon people too. I'll admit it. I'll admit it. But it's funny, right? Because I was watching the game. Obviously, clearly watching the damn game. What the hell else would I do? What would be doing? And I'm gonna be honest, bro. I would have been pissed if I was a Philly fan. I'd be pissed, like watching the other team, watching our building get taken over. And then you know what? I thought about it, right? I said, you know what? I do remember this feeling because I've been a Knicks fan for a very, very long time. And I've seen mofos at the Garden chant MVP for Kobe Bryant when Kobe Bryant's lighting our ass for 50, 60 points. And that shit got me tight. And I don't care, RIP to Kobe, but no, we ain't chanting MVP for another player in our building. You know what I'm saying? So we're not, so I get it. But
Keep-
you know,
This is hilarious. I'm gonna post it just because you know what you want to troll. That's
yeah.
fine. Knicks are
First
bums.
of all, is
All right.
PP Hugger?
PP Hugger, I guess.
You might want to change that. You might want to change
No,
that.
he probably wants that. He can have it. That's his nickname. That's his name. He chose it. You're more than welcome to. You're more than welcome to choose your name.
Crazy.
But
PP Hugger,
Coach,
just like and subscribe, man. Thank you for participating.
Thank
that
you.
name is crazy though. PP Hugger is crazy.
I'm not here to judge.
Yeah, I am. That's crazy. Sixers fans left early when they still had a chance, leaving. But you know what though? Nick Nurse took his guys out too. Nick Nurse took his guys out with like 5 minutes to go, and they were down 14, 16 points.
At that point, if I am a fan, I'm leaving. If I'm a fan, I'm leaving. Y'all gave up.
Yeah, he gave up. He gave up. And that's why I think tomorrow is going to be the same thing. I think tomorrow is going to be, I think they gave up, bro. I don't think Philly feels like they got any more fight in them. You know, any fight in them to come back. I just think they're done. I think they're done. Welcome. We understand your pain. Yeah, it's, you know, we sorry for your loss, PP Hugger. Hopefully you have a worse day tomorrow. Because that would mean the Knicks. That would be. You know what's funny? He's probably not even a Sixer fan.
He's probably not, and that's why I'm saying
Probably
like I don't
not.
want to bring up that. You know,
Yeah,
I don't want to bring
not.
that up.
Probably not.
Brother, look at his sad face.
This is what Agent Super Argo was referencing. Play it, brother. Play. I haven't heard it. So play it. Let's see.
Mike Brown made a point of talking about the job Mikal Bridges has done on you in particular in these 3 games. And from your perspective, has he been particularly effective? And if so, what is he doing in particular?
I'm not going to – I think Mikal's a great defender. I think he's really good at what he does. I also think, you know, when you're up every screen and you put 2 on the ball every single time, my job is to get rid of it. You know, that's just how you play basketball, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? If I see 2, it's multiple times where I'm dribbling around the bigs, and the big just keeps coming and stays with me the entire time. So, like, you know, I pass the ball, and I think that's right.
I'm gonna be honest. I feel bad for Maxey, bro. I do. Bro, this team got to run the offense through him. It's that simple. That's it. Like, Embiid is over. I get it. He's the one that they invest all this money. They're gonna be paying close to $60 million for him next year, and then 60 something the following. But you could just tell his game looks so much different because he's trying to get Embiid involved. Embiid slows down the pace. You know what I mean? And I just feel bad for him. You can tell this is out of frustration that one, he's going through a lot of defensive matchup. The Knicks are making it very frustrating for him, but it's also the way they're playing offense is not helping that, because you can tell Maxey wants to go, and Embiid is really limiting that. He's limiting that. Yeah, 100%. We know what Bridges does.
Playoff B.
Yeah. Playoff B. No more playoff P, because playoff P is
he ran out of gas.
Gone. My man 30. He's 37, dog. He's 37. He can't.
And you know what? Shout out to Paul George, because he's not making excuses. He's actually giving credit to where credit's due. It's the sad, sorry leadership, or not even. I don't even want to say he's a leader. It's the sad, sorry people who earn a lot of money on that team who make up excuses. So, sorry, actually in Paul George's case, I'm sorry that you're going through that, but you chose that team.
Yeah, Paul George. You want to sit there and tell me they ain't give up? Play this. Hold on, I'm gonna send you this right now, brother. I want you to play this real fast. This might be the last video we play today, but
all right,
because it's on topic of Paul George. And you sit there and tell me that these dudes ain't giving up, bro. And mind you, this happened.
Oh, I know exactly what play this is.
Bro, my man, yo, tell me they did not just give up. Oh my God, this is crazy, man.
And that's the things that, like, you know, that show this team. The team is over it.
Yeah.
Brunson's got 11 points, 5 assists. Carr didn't see it coming.
He does not move.
Drives, flips it up and
Paul George there, brother. Paul George looked like when you're playing 2K and you unplug the person's controller real quick.
Yep.
That's exactly what he looked like. He just didn't move.
Yeah, yeah. Shout outs to the New York Knicks, man. Big victory for the New York Knicks. Guys,
brother, that's another thing.
Steroids, Poor George is
that's another thing.
Yeah.
That is the thing that is pissing me off about the media. They keep talking about how Paul George looks refreshed this year. He looks great. He looks like he was been playing in a Pacers jersey.
He was out 25 games.
Of course he's fresh. It's not because he was injured. It's because the guy took steroids and now had time to get it out of his body and feel better. Come on, cut the crap. Cut the crap. My man ain't made it today.
Guys, remember to like, share, and subscribe, man. The channel's growing, man. We're thank you guys for the engagement today. Agent Super Argo, man. Shout out to you, man. You made this live very fun today. Guys, remember
Jess, Leslie, thank you all.
Yeah,
thank you all for commenting.
Yeah, for real.
Even PP Hugger.
Yeah, even PP Hugger, man. Shout out to PP Hugger. Is crazy, bro. That name is fucking wild, bro. Guys, remember to follow us on our social media platforms. We are available on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, and Reddit. We're going to be posting a lot of videos in the next coming days. Guys, tap in with us. Follow us on our Instagram for sure, because I'm going to AEW. I don't know what they're calling it. It's going to be like at a golf thing. I don't know. It's at the PGA thing. It's a weird looking building. But I'm gonna get some videos. I'm gonna post it up on our social media.
Is it like wrestling? It's gonna be wrestling, or is
it's a wrestling? Yeah, it's Collision.
Okay.
It's AEW Collision. I forgot what they're naming it. Hold on, let me just find out the name real fast. So it's at the PGA thing, and it's called the Fairway to Hell. It's in Palm Beach, and it's where they did the indoor golf tournament and stuff like that. So I'm going to that. I know WWE Backlash is today. I'll probably have to rewatch that maybe tonight. I don't know.
I'll catch the highlights probably.
Yeah, I would definitely want to see the Roman and Jacob match. But Darby versus Pac is actually going to be good. That's the only thing. It's on for 1 hour on TV, but I'm hoping the house crowd gets an extra hour. You get what I'm saying?
They usually do.
Yeah.
That usually goes on YouTube, right?
I don't know. I don't know if it'll be televised, but maybe so. Maybe it might be on YouTube. But that's what we're doing. We're tapping in. But guys, remember to like, to share, subscribe, do everything, man. Man. Happy Mother's Day to everyone for sure. Don't forget. All right, I'm out. Nixon Ford. Shout out to Agent Super Argo, man. Happy Mother's Day to all, man. Happy Mother's Day to your mom, brother. Send out
Happy Mother's Day to your mom too. Ev, I love you.
Yeah, so shout outs to the mom. So I'll be watching the Knicks games with my swagger. She's gonna be a hater, but she's gonna be mad. She's gonna be mad that the game is on while music is playing, and I have to tell her for the most 1,000th time that this is what we do. And I'll be with my mom. We'll be watching the game with my niece. We're gonna be watching. We're gonna be sweeping it up. We're gonna grilling. It's gonna be a good time. Guys, remember to, like I said, follow us on our social medias. We're gonna be having a lot of videos coming up. We're gonna have a lot of videos coming up in the coming days. Are we doing wrestling this week?
We could cover it.
Yeah, we'll cover Backlash. So look out for that, guys. That's why it's important to follow us on our social media platforms. So we give you guys the news. Guys, thank you so much for tapping in with us. I know it was a special different time, 1 o'clock, but it seems like you guys like the Saturday afternoon, so that worked out. Guys, we will be back Monday night at our regular time, 8 p.m. We will be breaking down and recapping Game 4, and hopefully it's a sweep. And I'll be doing my Mrs. Doubtfire dance the minute the show starts. So, guys, peace and love. Enjoy your weekend, and let's go Knicks. We see you guys Monday, 8 p.m. Peace.
Same pressure, new tone, New York. New Year, same season. Ozone, season 2. New Year, same season. City stay frozen. Big apple pressure when you step in the ozone, man. Jets, Knicks, Giants, pinstripes, orange and blue.